Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is, it includes several things. We got Good Burger 2. We got James Gunn's Superman. We got Ben Affleck not wanting to do. I don't know what I'm doing, everybody.
What are you doing?
It's
Ben
Monday.
Affleck.
It's Monday. Ben Affleck doesn't want to be Batman anymore. He said, "Screw your Batman." That's right. We got to give it like 7 minutes before I start cussing, or else we get demonetized. Nah, I'm just kidding. And of course, the piece de resistance this week, we will be reviewing Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods.
Oh, I thought we was reviewing Little Giants.
No, we already did that for Patreon. But hey, that's because this is the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I sit back and chit-chat about all the awesome things that happened last week. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope you enjoy it. And if you don't, get the hell out of here. Just get the hell out of here.
Is that cousin?
Maggie? We have decided to last week we did the Pepsi challenge. You can't really say it, but it says this is the new limited edition Coca-Cola Move. It's transformation flavored, so we bought this.
Does that mean we become Transformers?
Oh my god, I only pray. Can you imagine?
Who would take care of a baby?
She could be a Transformer too.
Okay.
Remember Spike? He was a Transformer. They built him a car body and everything.
And Danny too.
What do you think happened to Spike's organs when he was in there?
I don't know.
So anyway, we're gonna try this out while everybody gets settled down here.
Hi, Angie.
Okay, it smells interesting. Now we did get we got the sugar version. We've learned our lesson from trying the zero sugar of these stupid flavors. So we got the sugar version.
God, I hope it's better than the marshmallow one. Ugh. That's such a letdown. I want to go. It smells like. I'll be honest. It smells like suntan lotion.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's what you nailed it. That's it. It's like coconut.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I love this. This is so good.
Like I was thinking it tastes like Beach Hut, but like that's where my brain went to. But no, you're
I
right.
can understand Beach Hut though.
You're right. It's coconut.
It's coconut.
It's just coconut flavored Coke. You put the Coke in the coconut and put them both together. Put the Coke in the coconut. Put them. You remember that? That song?
Yeah, I remember it.
That was the song at some point, sometime. I don't know. Hey, Maggie. Do 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 do. Always Coca-Cola. That's Tyrese.
Tyrese.
Believe that?
Brian.
Tyrese. All right. Hey, Maggie, how's your week going?
It's going.
Yeah?
But let's get this started.
It's time for the news.
Good news, everyone.
That's right, everybody. We are here again. I'm done drinking it.
I can't drink anymore. It's hurting my teeth.
It's good.
I like it.
It's decent.
I like it.
But I'd rather
way better than the marshmallow flavored one.
Well, yeah.
The DJ.
No. DJ Marshmallow. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. Now, honestly, it's just not worth the 240 calories, I'll be honest.
I agree with you there. And I can already feel, I don't know, the combination of espresso and real Coke into my body. So
I'd rather drink my AFC Richmond coffee.
Me, Grimlock, don't care.
Story number 1. Via Variety. Are you gonna?
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Good Burger 2 has been announced for Paramount Plus, starring Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell, who are returning.
Welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Whoa. Scoot over. Whoa.
Meh.
What was Kenan?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, is that a construction worker?
Oh yeah, and was it Jimmy Fallon skit?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like that was his all that character also.
Yeah.
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 It's like I'm Leroy Jenkins.
I always loved the fact that they played adults part of the time. I thought that was hilarious.
But they were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Danny Tamborelli is going to show up?
I hope a bunch of
how many
alums from Nickelodeon shows up.
Let me know in the chat. Do you know who Danny Tamborelli is? Don't fake it. All right. Don't Google it.
Don't Google it.
Just throw it in the chat.
If you're a true
who
90s person.
And if you say I don't know, you're getting slimed. I don't make the rules. All right.
It's Nickelodeon.
The news was revealed on Friday's episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The sequel to the beloved Nickelodeon film will begin production in May with plans to debut on Paramount Plus later in 2023. So they're going to shoot this thing, edit it, and release it all within 2023. I can't believe it's been a little over 25 years since great customer service was born at Good Burger, Thompson said in a statement. Being a part of something so many generations of people have come to love has made me so proud, and now to be back where it all began working on the sequel is surreal. Love performing with my brother Cal, and can't wait to show the fans what these characters have been up to since we last saw them. Per the official logline, I did not know this existed. This is the brief synopsis of what Good Burger 2 is going to be about.
Oh boy.
Yes. I was not aware. So before we move into it, Keenan is Dexter. That's his name. I forgot what Keenan's name was.
Yeah.
I just called him Keenan and Kel. It literally didn't matter.
Yeah.
I know his name's Ed.
Yeah, everybody knows Ed.
But I don't know. It's Keenan.
Yeah.
He's just Keenan.
Yeah.
It's knuckle puck Tom. So per the official logline of the film, Dexter Reed is down on his luck after another one of his inventions fails. Ed welcomes Dex back to Good Burger with open arms and gives him his old job back. With a new crew working at Good Burger, Dex devises a plan to get back on his feet, but unfortunately puts the fate of Good Burger at risk once again. Said Mitchell, Ed is one of those timeless characters that has brought so much joy and laughter to fans, and it's such a beautiful blessing to still be doing it after all these years. It's super awesome to come back and continue the stories of Dex, Ed, and Good Burger for both the people who grew up watching and their kids. Good Burger is such a beloved movie that fans have cherished for years. Phelan and Olin, co-heads of Nickelodeon and Awesomeness Live Action, said, packed with comedy, cameos, and plenty of Easter eggs from the original, Good Burger 2 will bring the nostalgia fans and new generations of viewers together for another wild, hilarious Good Burger adventure. Maggie,
I can't wait.
What is up?
I can't wait. Ed, does Ed own Good Burger?
I mean, we were kind of theorizing.
I was hoping they would both be both be running Good Burger, but then you said that Good Burger ran out of business,
yes,
and they decided to bring it back from.
Yes, I think we're looking at. I mean, obviously now we know it's not necessarily going to be this, but I feel like we're looking at a Clerks 2 situation. You know, where it's like, we gotta bring it back. You know, we're gonna own the Good Burger. Yeah, and that's where it ends. It's like, Dex is gonna be like, man, I haven't done anything with my life. What are you talking about, man? Look around. This is your life. You are a Good Burger or something. No, but and then they're like, it's like, and it's just, that's it. That's the movie. And everybody's like, yeah. Talking Head starts playing. I don't even know what happens. Here's my question, Maggot. I think I called you Matt. Here's my question.
I thought you called me Maggot there for a second. I was like,
Will Shaquille O'Neal be back? Let's get some odds going here.
Will Sinbad be back?
Nothing would make me happier.
I know.
Nothing would make me happier.
Shaq, I could possibly see him doing it.
I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being will absolutely happen. I'd say Shaquille O'Neal appearing in Good Burger 2 will be a 9.5.
Whoa.
I think I am expecting him to be in it unless they announce that he's not in it. I will go in prepared to be upset is what's going to happen. Okay. That's where my head's at.
I would say a 7.
So likely, but you're not 100% sure. Okay.
Yeah.
What about Josh? He was in the original Good Burger.
I know.
And he's a member of all that cast.
I would say 8. Because, I mean...
You think all that cast comes back?
I say most of them will. I could very much see most of them. Because
I can see that.
I did follow Josh for a bit on Instagram.
Yeah. I can't think of his last name.
I feel like it's a long name. I can't remember it. But I think a lot of the old cast members will show up in some way. Like either just a cameo or they're sitting in the background.
Yeah.
Because you know that they're going to throw in as much...
I mean, this is going to be a cameo fest.
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
Like, this is this year's Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
Like, so do we think that they're going to kind of, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. But there was also
wonderful.
A ton of references to just 90s Disney.
Yeah.
Right? So do we think this is going to be like a ton of references to 90s Nickelodeon? Like, yes, Good Burger is the machine that takes us there. But almost like DuckTales, how it's like, well, we also have, Goofy and what was the Jungle Book one? The
Blue
Tailspin.
Yeah.
And like all that shit. So I mean, like, do you think there's gonna be like just all this like 90s Nickelodeon nostalgia? Will Amanda Bynes be in it?
I highly doubt
Will
it. She's got
Drake and Josh
mental problems. Drake and Josh? No, it won't be Drake so much. I think Josh.
Will Michelle Trachtenberg, the star of the original Nickelodeon film, Harriet the Spy.
Yeah.
Will Rosie O'Donnell show up?
No. She won't.
Will Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia for the win.
What do you think the odds of us being able to get like Jack Quaid into this?
0.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, there's not really a good reason for him to be in it, I guess.
I want Lori Beth Denberg to be
she
needs to be like on TV doing her thing from all that. What was that?
Vital information for everyday life.
Yes.
Yeah, Lori Beth Denberg with
Vital information.
Something, but that wasn't the name of the sketch.
Yeah.
That was what they said about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think of what it was.
But yeah, she needs to be doing that.
Okay, 1 out of 10. Are we gonna get an orange soda reference? I know that's Keenan and Kel. I know that's not a Good Burger.
Do it.
I know it, but
they need to do it.
Is Ed gonna say who loves orange soda? Ed loves orange soda.
No joke. When we was watching the thing with Jimmy Fallon and they were sitting on the seats beside Jimmy.
Yeah.
I was thinking to my, I was like, oh my God, are they bringing it back?
Keenan and Kel.
Are they bringing back Keenan and Kel? Because I love that show.
Keenan and Kel was the peak of Snick.
Yeah.
All right. Like, it was all downhill after them.
I watched the shiz out of those reruns,
Will
man.
Alex Mack show up?
No.
Will... This is just Matt.
I love...
throwing out
This
names.
is Matt asking who's going to make a cameo in a Nickelodeon movie.
Here's what I want, okay?
And how many times will Maggie say no?
Here's what I want. I want Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell to visit Good Burger in the movie. Okay?
No,
but I want them to be...
No,
I want them to be Kenan and Kel. And they meet Dex and Ed. But it's Kenan and Kel. And Kel can be like... do you guys sell orange soda? Whoa. No, we don't sell orange soda. We got
good shakes.
Orange shake. What? Whoa.
Whoa. We look like each other. Whoa.
It's like looking in a mirror. Like they do that whole thing.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon has to make it.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
I mean, he was in the Dolly Parton Christmas thing, so yeah, 100%.
I mean, what's he doing,
Yeah. He's doing nothing.
Do you think we'll get more like modern Nickelodeon tie-ins? Like, are we going to see like whatever stupid crap is out right now?
I say we most definitely will.
Well, like the Naked Brothers band. That's pretty
Matt,
recent, right?
God, Matt. I haven't thought of that in
That's
ages.
recent, right? That's
no,
recent.
God, no. That's like 15 years old now, I think.
Maggie, I will give you $10
Yeah.
if you can name if you can name 3 shows that are currently airing on Nickelodeon, not including cartoons. Yeah.
Well, no,
that have been released. Okay, no, wait, tell you what.
Henry.
Let's open this up a little bit. If you can name 3 shows that have premiered in the last 10 years.
Henry Danger.
That's not a cartoon.
That's not a cartoon.
Okay.
Henry Danger.
Which you work with kindergartners.
That one's Disney.
You work with kindergartners, so I mean.
Yeah, but we don't get to watch a lot of live animation, not live action stuff because it gets on my nerves. All right. Trying to think. All right. I know Henry Danger. Then. No, that was Disney. I know more Disney stuff than Nickelodeon. What was on 10 years ago? That was not
wait,
a rerun.
What'd you say? Did you say Henry Danger?
Yeah, Henry Danger.
That's one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think around that time.
There's like some kind of sap on my It's like it's all sticky.
I did accidentally spill some milk.
Well, that explains that. All right.
I want to say no, Jessie was Disney.
Anything since 2010.
Anything
that was airing as of 2010.
As of 2010. Drake and Josh.
No,
they were gone.
I will say you're in a right realm. Okay, there's a few shows on here you could have got.
Victorious was out by then, right?
All right, here we go. Clock is run out. So here's some of the shows that were out in 2010. Big Time Rush.
Oh man, really?
Ran from 2009 to 2013. Nick, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn from 2014 to 2018.
I don't know them.
iCarly, 2007 to 2012.
Dang.
Game Shakers, 2015 to 2019.
I don't know.
Victorious, 2010 to 2013. Let's see. 100 Things to Do Before High School. I don't even know. Sam and Cat, 2013, 2014.
Sam and Cat, I remember.
Fred, the show.
Oh God.
Yeah, see, there was a few.
Fred.
There was a few on here you could have got.
Excuse me.
You know.
Coke is.
School of Rock. Was that a show or just a musical?
It was a show.
And,
it was a show. They brought it back as a show.
Power Rangers, technically. Power Rangers Samurai. There you go. Will the Power Rangers make an appearance? You know, I would say, okay, everybody be like,
no.
Oh, but you know, they Nickelodeon doesn't own them anymore. Well, fuckers, listen up, okay? Because it could happen. It's not going to, but it could, because you know who owns Power Rangers now? Hasbro. And what else does Hasbro make? Transformers. And who produces the Transformers movie? Paramount.
There's too many full circle moments happening to me today.
I'm just saying. If Power Rangers wanted to be a part of the Good Burger. Oh, can the Good Burger Mobile be a Transformer? Can that happen?
Transformers. Make a Burger Mobile Transformer. I'll make it into Grimlock.
But it should be Ed. It should just be Ed.
Me hamburger car.
Like, remember when Ted was like a robot and Bill and Ted Go to Hell? That's not the name of it, but I mean, that's the movie.
Bogus Adventure.
Bogus Journey, Maggie.
Adventure.
God, put some respect on it.
Shut up.
Anyway.
We need to move on.
Moving on. Anything else you'd like to say about Good Burger before we move on to the next thing? Jesus. All right. Hey, everybody. Did you know that the Hopefully Awesome Show is live every Monday at 8:30? And if you would like to get more exclusive content, you can get that over at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. And here to tell you more about that is our good friends, Matt and Maggie. Take it away, Matt and Maggie.
This episode is brought to you by patreon.com/hopefullyawesome.
That's right. At the $5 tier, you can have access to every episode we make ad-free, and have your name listed in the credits of every video. At $10, you'll be able to get access to our all-new exclusive shows right here on patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. Those include Hopefully Weekly, a weekly show where Maggie and I catch up on all the things that's happened over the past week, both in our life and in the world around us. Family Game Night, a weekly show where Maggie and I will play a variety of board games, from Blockbuster Party Game all the way to Fast and the Furious Heist Game, whatever that is.
Highway heist.
The Hopefully Awesome movie commentary that we'll do once a month, where Maggie and I will watch one of our favorite films and then record us talking about it over it. Kind of like a mix between Mystery Science Theater 3000 and, just us goofing off and talking about nothing related to the film. And lastly, Matt plus Maggie. This is our monthly show where Maggie and I talk about our relationship. I don't think we'll be giving any advice, but hey, tune in. It'll be fun. And if you want to go above and beyond at the $25 level, not only do you get everything that we've just talked about, but you also get a verbal shout out as our Patreon producer of the entire month. All this and more.
So sign up at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome today.
Thanks for that word, Matt and Maggie. We will be sure and do those things. Don't ask what we were doing while the camera was away. I was washing my hands. All right, here we go. Story number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a...
Guess what?
What?
We got another DC story.
We got ourselves a good old-fashioned DC news roundup. It's the DC roundup. That's terrible.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just work on it for next week. Okay.
Not.
So we got like 3 stories in this, but we're just going to kind of shotgun them out. All right. Just going to... Gosh. I dried my hand with Kleenexes and there's just like fuzz everywhere. Sorry. It was sticky. I had dried milk on my hands. All right. Via James Gunn, he tweeted this. Yes. What? What?
I just like how you posted it. James Gunn tweeted this.
I mean, usually I say like, oh, here's via this person and here's the headline, but like it just goes straight into it. So I was like, well, I need to preface the fact that he tweeted it. So now that you've, thoroughly interrupted me, Maggie, we could have already been done with this story, but now we're just now getting started. Via James Gunn, he tweeted this. Yes, I'm directing Superman Legacy to be released on July 11th, 2025. Good job. My brother Matt, not me, told me when he saw the release date, he started to cry. I asked him why, and he said, dude, it's Dad's birthday. I hadn't realized. I lost my dad almost 3 years ago. He was my best friend. He didn't understand me as a kid, but he supported my love of comics and my love of film, and I wouldn't be making the movies now without him. It has been a long road to this point. I was offered Superman years ago. I initially said no because I didn't have a way in that felt unique and fun and emotional that gave Superman the dignity he deserves. Then, a bit less than a year ago, I saw a way in. In many ways, centering around Superman's heritage, how both his aristocratic Kryptonian parents and his Kansas farmer parents inform who he is and the choices he makes. So, I chose to finally take on writing the script, but I was hesitant to direct despite the constant pestering by Steven Safran and others to commit. Sorry, Peter. Just because I write something doesn't mean I feel it in my bones, visually and emotionally, enough to spend over 2 years directing it, especially not something of this magnitude. But the long of the short of it is, I love this script, and I'm incredibly excited as we begin this journey. Hashtag up, up, and away. What is happening?
Technical difficulties.
Nah, it's good.
Lighting problems.
We're going to get this whole lighting thing figured out one of these days, One of these days. I mean, you can only buy so many lots before you accidentally stumble into a correct setup. Maggie, how are we feeling? James Gunn directing Superman. I mean, obviously it was exciting when we found out he's going to write it. And I think I just assumed he was directing it. I know he didn't say he was directing it. I know he even said that he wasn't directing it. Or at least not officially directing it yet. But I was already looking at it like it's a James Gunn movie.
Yeah.
That's how I already assumed it was going to be.
Yeah.
But reading this honestly gets me very excited. Okay, like super excited. Superman, get it? I wore my favorite Superman shirt. I'm joking. I don't. This is my favorite. But I've always loved the character Superman. Of course, we have our weekly Smallville podcast we do going back to Smallville. Grew up watching Lois and Clark, which sucks now because Dean Cain's a piece of shit. But Christopher Reeves movies, of course, and I mean even Henry Cavill, Man of Steel. Like Man of Steel is fantastic. Superman Returns existed, but Brandon Routh. It wasn't Brandon Routh's fault. Brandon Routh's great. Brandon Routh is great. He's a great Superman. He embodies Superman much in the way that Christopher Reeves did. He just has that character inside of him. Well, I meant more like metaphysically. Oh. But I digress. So I'm very excited about the idea of the guy who took a talking tree and raccoon and made me cry my eyes out in a trailer that hints that the raccoon may die. Okay, like already, like just ready to cry my.
Yo, there's an otter in that movie. I'm so excited.
There's an otter in that movie. That'll be awesome. Will there be an otter in Superman Returns or Superman?
Do it, you cowards.
Legacy. Yeah.
I remember.
Will Crypto be in it? Maggie, what are your thoughts?
I think it's gonna be awesome. I really like it. I love Scooby-Doo, for God's sakes.
Wow.
And I've enjoyed everything else that he's done.
That is just not...
That is my argument. He wrote Scooby-Doo.
Oh my God. That is not at all.
I know. But I
thought that this
anyways,
conversation would go. No, I like it.
I'm a joke.
No, you bring it from your perspective, I don't even consider Scooby-Doo.
Anyways, I really liked what he did with Suicide Squad.
Yes.
I really did enjoy that movie.
And Peacemaker.
Peacemaker's great.
Maybe. Oh, that's a tough.
It's great.
We'll have to talk about our ranking when we do Shazam here in a minute.
But when you see his different writing styles, especially like Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, he just puts a flair on every main character that you're going to encounter.
Yeah.
And
he's not afraid to get weird.
No, he's not. And I like that.
Yeah. We had Starro, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
About
time.
Maybe we'll get Brainiac.
Maybe.
I just want anybody besides Lex Luthor and Zod. As long as it's not one of them, I don't care who it is. Okay. And honestly, even if it is one of them, I'm still going to watch it. It's not like I'm going to boycott it or anything. I would just love to have a Superman movie use someone other than those two.
That's true.
Like, I feel like that's all we've ever gotten. Lex Luthor was like in 3 of the Superman movies.
Yeah.
Well, and then Superman Returns.
Yeah.
And then Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
So like, let's give us, where's Brainiac? Where's Metallo? Mm-hmm. Where's Parasite? Where's the Eradicator? I'm out. That's all I got. Where's Livewire? That's a Superman character.
Where's Mercy?
No, that's still God. But no, I'm definitely excited. I hope he goes a little bit weird with it. Not too weird,
crazy weird.
But everybody needs to
have a ballin' soundtrack. That's all I'm gonna say.
That is true. Oh my God, that's gonna be such a good soundtrack. Everybody just needs to take a beat and remember the way Man of Steel opens up, where there's like a flying dragon and a bunch of like ant hills that people live in, like fucking bees. They're like, we're Kryptonians, and we're bees. We're bees.
It took me a second. I was like, huh?
And like,
which Man of Steel did you watch?
They have those things like at the mall where like you put it on your face and like the all the pins make come out and like you put your hand on it and you can see like your hand, and that's all the technology. Every technology is made out of those plastic hand face things. Every technology on Krypton. All right, fucking Clark's ship is just one of those giant plastic hand face things. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all it is.
That's all.
Anyway,
We got some chat from Trey.
What's up, chat?
I hope the movie pulls through because firing Henry Cavill was a big mistake.
Buddy, you preach to the choir, my man.
And
Totally agree.
I'm also interested to see what Zack Snyder has in store for this April.
Yeah, there was a tease. I don't think I even sent that to you, but
No.
Yeah, there was a tease. I have no idea. Honestly, at this point, I love what Zack Snyder did with the DCU. I think from the DC has just been in a bad spot, not because of Zack Snyder, but because they didn't want to commit to Snyder's vision, even though they made him the sole architect.
Yeah. And he was for it, I think.
Yeah. And so, I mean, like, it was always at odds with itself. So it was never able to be one or the other. Right. Yeah. So that's been screwed up from the get go. But honestly, I think I'm at the point where I'm ready to just kind of close the book and let's move on. Like, if we're going to do that, then let's do that, Now, if James Gunn and Zack Snyder are like, hey, you know what? We're also going to make Zack Snyder's Justice League 2. I'm going to watch it. But, like, a part of me is also like, can we just,
Yeah.
I want something simple,
I want hope.
I don't want to be questioning, is this thing tied to this thing, or is this thing going to be in that thing and this thing and that? Like where does Birds of Prey land? Like where does Birds of Prey take place?
Ian McGregor.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
All right. Anyway, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be something good. But I think
hopefully it'll be awesome.
Honestly, I'm expecting like a T-shirt or something. That's kind of like there was a tease, Maggie, and it flashes like some words and stuff. It very much is implying like Snyder, like DC stuff, and I'm thinking it's like a T-shirt for a charity. That's all I'm expecting.
Zack Snyder presents Elseworlds.
I mean, that's what's great about Elseworlds is they could do stuff like that. But like if we're gonna, take the DCU into like a brand new realm, I feel like you just gotta pull a Star Wars. All right, you gotta let go of the past, kill it if you have to. I forget who said that. I think it was Luke.
Yeah,
was it Luke?
I think so.
I couldn't remember.
Anyways,
moving on. Next up in the DC drop, via Hollywood Reporter, Tom Cruise has seen The Flash, and he loved it.
Yeah.
In late February, Cruise had a meeting with Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, during which the mogul mentioned how great the movie was. Cruise's curiosity piqued, asked to see it. Zaslav, okay, they're using a lot of words that, just use a $5 word, okay? Come on. But Zaslav said he would do it and got a copy of the movie and sent it over to Cruise. A Warner's employee brought the movie to Cruise's home in Beverly Hills and stayed until the actor finished watching it. When Cruise finished, the movie was given back to the messenger who returned it to the studio.
Oh, I was supposed to say, there's a copy floating out there, guys.
No. Cruise knows how
I know they're going to protect it.
Cruise was so taken aback by what he saw that soon after he reached out to Muschietti, the director. It was a call out of the blue for the director. Cruise is said to have raved about the movie, saying something to the effect that Flash is, quote, everything you want in a movie, and this is the kind of movie we need right now. That's it. That's the story.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's it. Chef's kiss.
Can you believe it? Of all the people,
Tom Cruise
gets to watch The Flash. We were watching Shazam. We're getting ready to review it here in a minute. And they played the Flash trailer, the one that premiered during the Super Bowl. They played it on the big screen. First time seeing it on the big screen. Oh my God, I forgot how great it looks. Like, I'm going to die, Maggie.
And also we've been seeing the Funko Pops.
Yes, which gave a lot of spoilers.
Yeah, it did. But the Supergirl one looks awesome.
Yes. It looks great.
Yeah.
But, what?
I'm trying to remember
what the spoiler was.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's on the back of the box.
It's on the back of the box.
Just throwing it out there.
Just look at it.
But yeah, I mean, if we're watching this movie and it ends with Christian Bale as Batman and he has a son, I'm gonna die.
Damien,
I'm gonna die.
come here.
Now, again, here I am being like, oh, you got to kill the past, but yet I'm okay with Christian Bale showing up. You know what I mean? So like,
Matt loves the Christopher Nolan Batman films.
I mean, Christopher Nolan is wonderful. Okay, I still don't understand Tenet. I'm
will.
living Tenet. I feel like Tenet is not something you experience. Tenet is something you are.
We are Tenet.
Lastly, via the Hollywood Reporter, Ben Affleck is done with DC.
Ben.
Here we go. This is excerpts from an interview that he did. So this is him talking. Yeah, I did finally figure out how to play the character Batman, and I nailed it in The Flash for the 5 minutes I'm there. It's really great. A lot of it's just tone. You got to figure out what's your version of the person. Who is the guy that fits what you can do? I tried to fit myself into a Batman. And by the way, I like a lot of the stuff we did, especially the first one, Batman v Superman. And then the person asked, but not Justice League? What went wrong there? And Ben says, Justice League? You could teach a seminar on all the reasons why this is how not to do it. Ranging from production to bad decisions to horrible personal tragedy, and just ending with the most monstrous taste in my mouth. The genius and the silver lining is that Zack Snyder eventually went to AT&T and was like, look, I can get you 4 hours of content out of this. I was going to direct a Batman, and Justice League made me go, I'm out. I'm never want to do any of this again. I'm not suited. That was the worst experience I've ever seen in business, which is full of some shitty experiences. It broke my heart. There was an idea of someone, Joss Whedon, coming in like, quote, I'll rescue you and we'll do 60 days of shooting and I'll write a whole thing around what you have. I've got the secret. And it wasn't the secret. That was hard. And I started to drink too much. I was back at the hotel in London. It was either that or jump out the window. And I just thought, this isn't the life I want. My kids aren't here. I'm miserable. You want to go to work and find something interesting to hang on to rather than just wearing a rubber suit. And most of it, you're just standing against the computer screen going, if this nuclear waste gets loose, we'll, and that's fine. I don't concede to that or put it down, but I got to a point where I found it creatively not satisfying. Also, just you're sweaty and exhausted. And I thought, I don't want to participate in this in any way, and I don't want to squander any more of my life, of which I have a limited amount. And then they ask, so if DC came to you now and said, do you want to direct something? And he says, I would not direct something for the James Gunn DC. Absolutely not. I have nothing against James Gunn. Nice guy. Sure, he's going to do a great job. I just wouldn't want to go in and direct in the way that they're doing that. I'm not interested in that.
He just had a bad experience.
I mean, honestly,
I understand.
Honestly, good for him. Like, it takes, a lot to recognize when something's just not a right fit.
That's true.
And I mean, I can only imagine how insane
I
it
can
is
imagine.
To be like a superhero, especially Batman.
Yeah, and also, 2 months of shooting,
and that's just the reshoots, Maggie. That's not the other.
I know, but he had to go back to rehab, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, this drove him to rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me sad, because I remember us saying, "Oh, he's doing so great," you know, which he is now. I mean, I'm not knocking him. He did the right thing, but it's just sad that where we saw him at, before, and then after this, they said, "Oh, he's went back into rehab." I was like, "Oh my God, what happened?" No, this makes total sense. I don't blame him one bit for not wanting to get back into this.
And I mean, you see the movies that he makes, right? Like Argo, and especially Air getting ready to come out.
He loves those stories,
and he wants to do. Like he said, one of his favorite movies he ever made was Chasing Amy.
Yeah,
right. Like he wants to do movies that I don't want to say they matter, but that he can sink his teeth into.
Yeah,
And with what they were doing with, Batman post Batman v Superman, It just wasn't what he was wanting. And it wasn't worth the amount of sacrifice that he was having to put into his own life just to make this movie that he doesn't really care about, you know? So, I mean, honestly, good for him. There's plenty of other people that would just cash a check, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, good on him for seeing that it was destructive, that he needed better, that he needed more out of it.
And I mean, that takes a lot for somebody to realize that.
Oh, yeah.
To have that clarification.
Yeah.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah, honestly, of course the headlines going around was, I would not direct anything for James Gunn, but reading it within context, he means like he doesn't want to do any of that.
They always take him out of context. Do you know that?
They do. They really do.
Always do.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, I've loved Ben Affleck for a long time, and he's had his ups and downs.
Yeah.
But I root for him, and I hope that he seems like he's on a.
I hope that Air wins Oscars.
I mean, Argo won Oscars.
I know it did.
And Argo was fantastic.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, so a good one. The team that brought you Good Will Hunting and Dogma is back at it to give you Michael Jordan's shoes from the people that were in the Suicide Squad. Because he was in it, and Amanda Waller was also in there.
I was afraid. He was going to do the one from that was the sequel to Good Will Hunting.
Oh, from Good Will Hunting 2?
Yeah,
Hunting season from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yes. I couldn't remember what it was. I was
Jackie?
like,
yeah, it's hunting season. Applesauce, bitch. Oh my God, I love it. Anything else you'd like to say about Ben Affleck's and the DC?
I love
Batman?
You, Ben Affleck.
We love you, Ben Affleck. We hope that you have some goodwill hunting. It's time for the main topic. All right, everybody. This is where Matt closes the iPad. And we get to talk about Shazam!
Nothing happened.
Shazam! Fury of the Gods came out this past weekend. Maggie and I went to watch it. If this is your first time watching one of our reviews, we will do a spoiler-free section. And there's probably going to be some spoiler talk in this. So we will also have a spoiler section. And when that time happens, this will be up on the screen. You'll be able to see that right there. And we will also make some noise to where you're very certain, like it'll play this. And we'll just make sure you are very much aware that we're going into spoilers. Mm-hmm. After spoilers, when we come out of it, we will be adding Shazam! Fury of the Gods to 2 of our rankings. We've got Spring 2023 that we're going to be adding it to, and the DCEU ranking.
Yeah.
So we will be doing that. So now let's get into our review of Shazam! Fury of the Gods. One of these days I'm going to say it and it's going to happen.
It's going to happen to me.
So here we go. I'll kick this off, Maggie, if you don't mind.
I do mind.
Okay.
No,
hey, you want to take the wheel?
I'm joking.
Maggie, take the wheel.
No, don't sing that.
I said, Maggie, take the wheel.
I know, but don't sing that.
Get it?
I got it.
All right. So here's the thing. Of course, we just talked about DC. I am a DC fan. Okay. I know that a lot of it is hot garbage. Okay. I
That's
get
what makes it fun.
Well, I mean,
sometimes
I would prefer it not be hot garbage, but
sometimes,
like, I'm a fan, but I'm not unaware that it can be terrible. Now, I don't think that, I think that DC's worst. Well, never mind. I was gonna say DC's worst is not as bad as some things, but then I remembered like Catwoman and Wonder Woman 84, and it's just, so I won't say that, but I'll say that I enjoyed the first Shazam movie. I thought it was really funny. I thought it was really good. It was tonally different. I've loved the idea of Shazam. Back when they relaunched the New 52 back in, I think it was 2011. Shazam was a backup story in the Justice League books. written by Jeff Johns. And that's when I first really found out who Shazam was. And kind of fell in love with the character. Like I love the idea of doing like almost like a Goonies meets Big meets Superman, right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And I just thought that was such a cool idea, that it's a little kid, and then of course Young Justice. That was the other place where I was like, fun. He's great. Like this character can be a lot of fun. So like watching all those and then reading the comics and then finally getting to the live action Shazam movie that was supposed to be setting up a Black Adam film. We'll have to touch on that at some point, but watching that whole thing and like we didn't even rewatch it before watching this one. Like I remember really, really enjoying it. Kind of being surprised at how much I enjoyed it. Yeah. Like I was expecting it to be fun, but like I remember really enjoying it, but just not enough to go back and watch it again. Right. But like, the 7 deadly sins is attacking and like, stuff like that. I was like, whatever. Yeah. But then of course splitting his powers up with all the other kids and then they all become the Marvel family, right? Yeah. Or Shazam family, I guess what is maybe what they call themselves. Anyway. So we get all that, and then years pass. Okay, we go through some Aquaman, we go through some Wonder Woman, we go through Zack Snyder's Justice League, we go through Birds of Prey, we go through the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker and Black Adam, and the destruction of the DCEU and the construction of the new DCU, right? And then this movie finally comes out. So like a lot has happened in the background of the real world of DC, right? Not even like in the movie world. It's not like Endgame happened or something. It's more just like I don't even know where this movie fits in like, is there a timeline? I don't even know anymore. It's hard. It's hard to track, right? And at this point, it almost feels fruitless to try and figure it out because the Flash is going to come in and reboot everything, right? Reset everything. And so like, will Shazam even be a part of that? Right? So like all of these questions are just floating around up here. And so I'm happy to say that while watching the movie, I was able to just kind of take all that and just kind of sit it over here and just watch the movie for what it is. And I had a lot of fun.
I did too.
I thought it was really fun. I thought it was funny. I laughed a lot, probably more than I should have. And like, I love the dynamics of the families. Or the kids, rather, in the family. I love how, it shows the Freddy, his name's Freddy, right? Yeah. How, is that right? No, Billy. Sorry, Billy, yeah.
Freddy's like, his brother.
Yeah, Freddy, yeah. But I love the idea that, like, Billy was a loner in the first one, and now because he's found family, he really doesn't want to let go of that family. And like it's almost a 180, but you can see how the character is going.
Yeah, he has abandonment issues.
Yes, and so seeing him deal with that, that's such it's just such a natural rite of passage in normal life. Like you grow up and your friends move away, and you have to kind of make new friends, and and like you're kind of in that cusp of adulthood. Like your senior year, you've got like 3 weeks left and everything's about to change, but you're trying really, really hard for it to not change. Yeah. And like all your friends are already talking about their great big plans that they're going to go on, they're going to do. And you're still trying to just figure out what the hell you're going to do. Right. And so it's that shoved inside of a superhero story with a bunch of comedy and a bunch of DC references. So, I thought it was fun. Like fun. I've heard a lot of people like really giving it shit, like just a lot of shit, and like I don't know, it's not gonna set the world on fire, and I don't think that this is gonna save the DCU or anything, but I don't really know what more like I could have wanted from this movie. Like I can tell you 55 things I wanted more from the DCEU, right? But on the shoulders of this movie, like no, this was what I wanted. Honestly, it felt like a standalone story. Like you'd go to the comic book shop and there'd be a trade paperback of Shazam: Fury of the Gods, right? and be like, oh, this is, really funny. Look at, going from adolescence to adulthood.
Yeah.
And like you just read it and you're like, oh, wow, I don't know really anything about this. And this is a really fun story. It was surprising.
Yeah.
And then you close it and you put it on your shelf and you move on. And that's what this felt like.
Yeah.
This was like one of the more honest representations of a comic book I think I've seen on theaters. Maggie, what did you think about Shazam?
I really enjoyed it. I loved all the actors. Like, I loved all the kid actors, but all the adult versions of them.
Yes.
I really liked that. And they really, the ones that got, the adults that got to play the younger ones, did a really great job. Just
should I bring up the cast?
I can't remember who's who, but the girl.
I know Darla, right?
Yeah, Darla. Yeah, the actress that plays Darla's adult version. She does such a great job.
She really does.
I think Darla's like, what, 10?
Kittens!
Kitten. Instead of saying, well, no, that's a spoiler. But anyways, okay. Oh my lord, there's so many. Megan Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Megan Good, yeah. She did a really good job. Just, she is like an adult acting like a 10-year-old.
Yeah. It was very big.
Yeah. Very much big.
Yeah. Very, very much big.
And then, of course, we have our boy from the OC.
Adam Brody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I always get Adrian Brody and Adam Brody.
It's Adam. It's Adam Brody.
Okay. Yeah. Adam Brody. Yeah. He was obviously fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, maybe too good, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It almost felt like it was becoming like,
I was like, are we
his
getting more?
movie? Yeah.
Are we getting more of Freddy?
Yeah. And of course that's just starting out. And
Yeah.
obviously we're, not in spoilers or anything, but it makes sense within the context of the film.
I just thought everything else was great.
Yeah. It was great.
It was good.
It was good. I had a lot of fun. Again, I don't even know like how I'd compare this. I would say in the same vein as like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like it's not nearly as good as Guardians of the Galaxy. Obviously, that's a perfect movie. But I mean, like if you like funny action, blockbuster movies, then this is gonna be something that you'd probably enjoy if you just give it a chance. Yeah, honestly. If you've not seen the first one, I feel like you could probably just go into this. They do a good enough job of just explaining it.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of like Men in Black, or like I don't even know. I'm trying to think of any other 90s action comedy movies, 48 Hours.
Bad Boys.
I was trying to think of literally any 90s action comedy film that did not have Will Smith in it. I could not, nothing was coming up. Because I was going to say Wild Wild West.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't say Lethal Weapon. Anyway.
True Lies.
This is nothing like True Lies. God almighty.
Die Hard.
This is good. Honestly, I thought this was good. If you're trying to save money and you want to wait until it's on streaming, there's no reason to rush out and watch this. I will say there are a few surprises that are worth seeing without knowing. But apparently one of them was in the TV spot, by the way. Yeah. Like the big thing was in the TV. Yeah, I heard about that. I was like, wow.
Boo.
Yeah, but that's Warner Brothers for you.
Because they released the first 5 minutes of the Batman or something. What was it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or like the post credits. Yeah, it was.
They released the post credit scene to the Batman. Yeah, or not even the post credit scene, but a deleted scene.
Deleted scene.
Was extended within like a week of it coming out, and it had spoilers for the Batman, but it had the Joker in it.
Yeah.
I was like, really? Piece of crap. We'll talk about our rankings here in a minute, but I would say I don't know, I think I like this more than like Ant-Man. Like Quantumania. I feel like I had a little bit more fun with this.
Yeah.
Quantumania was great. And don't get me wrong.
Quantumania is fun.
What's his name?
Paul Rudd?
Nope. Majors. Jonathan Majors. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right? And so we don't get anything on that level. But I also laughed a lot more in those.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't stuck in a green screen hell for 4.5 hours.
That is true.
But anyway, we'll talk about that in the rankings. So, Maggie, anything else you'd like to say before we dive into the spoiler section of our review?
No.
All right, everybody. Again, this is the spoiler section. We'll be going full spoilers. We'll be back momentarily to talk about the rankings for spring 2023 and the DCEU ranking to see where Shazam falls. So be sure and hang out for that. So here we go. Last chance. I can't believe Billy Batson was dead the whole time.
Yeah, he was only dead for like 5 minutes.
So the TV spot shows Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that crap?
Yeah, it is.
It's such crap.
That is crap.
Like I think it even shows him like coming out of the grave.
Oh,
I know. Like why? Why do that? Why do that? That was such a fun thing.
Boo.
Now I will also say Eric Voss kind of spoiled me on that. Anyway, I'm blaming Eric Voss. It was New Rockstars. It wasn't Eric Voss. But like their thumbnail, literally on Friday.
Oh, that's what you said.
It had
about
Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
like standing like it was the scene, which I mean was probably in the TV spot. So I don't blame them for putting it on there now. But
still, you're ruining crap for people.
Yeah,
we had no clue.
It's so lame. It was great. Like us watching it blind was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, one of the moments I probably should have talked about this a little bit more pre-spoilers, but without like saying specifically what the moment was, but when he finally calls her mom, like come on, that was very moving.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it was sweet,
and like it was kind of nice to see all the kids again. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, these movies are always going to be hard because they're going to have to figure out ways to like depower them. Otherwise, why are they not just the superheroes the whole time? You know, or why are they always the superheroes? Like, you know, so it's a fine line with something like this.
Yeah, you can't. It's not like the comic books, you know.
Right. And once they reach a certain age, like, does it really make sense for them to be transforming into adult versions of themselves?
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of like Ted.
Mm-hmm. Like
he never became Bob Saget.
Yeah.
You know, like even when he cuts to the future and like he's just Ted.
And he doesn't sound like Bob Saget.
Yeah. And it's like, so that was pointless. You know? So like, you know, short of that, I really thought that this was a lot of fun. It was crazy how they did like the monsters and stuff, deciding to make unicorns like these fierce things. It was ridiculous
to be scared of. Yeah.
And figuring out like something to do with Freddy.
Rainbow.
Like, and Freddy's character made a lot of sense, honestly. Like, I'm glad that they gave Freddy a lot more to do in this time around than to just be a sidekick.
Yeah.
Like that is exactly what Freddy would do. He would want to escape into this role as a superhero because he is obsessed with superheroes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And also dealing with his disability.
Exactly.
I mean, he doesn't have to have his cane with him all the time. So, I mean, yeah, totally.
I love how they handled the Rock of Eternity. Like, how they just trashed it. And like, it was
and decorated
so
all the 7 sins.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's what a bunch of preteen / teenagers would do. And they would make the lair into a party place, it looks like.
The fact that Mary was hungover was so
What's wrong
funny
with
to
you,
me.
Mary? Why do you have sunglasses on? I went to the dentist.
The eye doctor.
Oh, the eye doctor. Oh, really? But and like, I love how she was telling Billy, can you please talk? You're talking way too loud.
It was so funny. I love that.
And she's chugging Gatorade.
Yeah. And I loved how Billy like would have these like Apple keynotes on his iPad that he's trying to go over like ways they could be better superheroes and stuff. And like, of course, they're not
the Philly fiascos.
Oh, Jesus. And like, of course, they're not going to be like super like into the whole thing, like of giving up their life to be these superheroes. You know, like they're children. Like, it's going to get old. It doesn't matter how great it is.
Yeah.
It's going to get old and they're going to get bored and do something else, you know?
I just like at the beginning, Billy going, oh, it's a beautiful day in Philadelphia. Why don't we go out for a walk?
Oh, yeah.
And they're all like, oh.
Are you sure?
Are you sure again?
But I did realize a big reason I think I like this is because of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
it's
teenage superheroes in multicolored outfits. So that tracks, actually.
I love how at the beginning, the electrician's at the house, and the dad's like, I don't know why it's getting hit by lightning all the time, the house. And then at the end, it shows them, fixing up the house, and he's hanging up a cross stitch. It says no Shazamming in the house. I love that so much.
It was good.
Yeah.
Honestly. And of course, the mid-credit scene with Peacemaker. Team Peacemaker.
Team
Wasn't actually Peacemaker. Which it would have been great if it was Peacemaker. That was interesting. The fact that they're adding him to the Justice Society is interesting. That's
the Justice.
I'm in.
I did it.
And then he's like, "That's the one with Wonder Woman, right?" He's like, "Well, no, this is Justice League. This is the Justice Society." Which Shazam was a part of the Justice Society.
Yeah.
So I mean, it makes sense.
It makes sense, but I just like the fact that he was just
highly
disappointed.
I just mean like it's funny from like a comic perspective that like that's what they're doing with him.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they have in 2 movies they have set up the like perfect live action version of the Justice Society from out of nowhere,
They have.
Like that's insane. That's insane. Like I would love to see Shazam and like Hawkman and the Atom, running around doing shit. Get Alan Scott in there. For God's sakes, give me a fucking Green Lantern at this point. Why do we not have Green Lantern? I'm sorry. I get a little worked up thinking about the Green Lantern.
Checking my ears to see if they're bleeding.
I also would have appreciated Jay Garrett Flash. Just saying. The fuck
Dr. Fate.
Yeah, well, Dr. Fate is, he's Dr. Fate,
How dare you? That was Pierce Bronson.
And I loved the final credit scene. I laughed hard when they brought that caterpillar back and then played it for a joke.
Yes.
That was the funniest fucking thing.
Yes, because
oh my God.
Whenever we was trying to make sure that there was another one, it says it was a setup for the next villain, but it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that freaking caterpillar came back.
So good. So good.
That guy from the first movie sitting there in jail. And he's like, "Oh, you're back. It's been 2 years. Where have you been?" The caterpillar's like, "It takes me a while to get from place to place. You see how I'm made?"
He's like, "My plan is almost ready. I just have one more thing to do."
And he's like,
starts crawling away. And he goes, "God damn it!"
Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Oh my God. It was so good, man. So funny. By the way, the director of this directed Annabelle Creation. That's why Annabelle.
Oh,
was
yeah.
Yeah,
that was creepy. The pediatrician scene, and they look over, and you look over, and I saw her. I was like, Matt, Annabelle's over there.
So apparently, it didn't make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So like, the odds of us getting this is like another one is probably not gonna happen. Yeah, it made $30 million domestically.
Yeah.
So, odds are it's probably done, which sucks.
In a month, it's going to be on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, though.
I mean, I'd love more, honestly. I feel like you get the right person on it. Like, I feel like it could make money. But at the same time, it's like, why bother if it's not going to make money?
And also, I'm sorry. As good looking as all the Shazam peoples are, all of them.
Yeah. They are all very good looking.
They are good looking.
Yeah.
However, they're getting old. The kids are getting old.
I mean, not all of them. I mean, like, not all the people are getting old.
Adam Brody in a superhero movie.
Like, yeah, Zachary Levi is getting older.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you that. But, like, literally, I mean, maybe Adam Brody. He's getting a little bit up there.
Yeah. I even told you, I was like, God, he looks so old.
I feel like literally everybody else is still prime time, baby. I mean, look at this guy from what's his name? Is that Reggie? Reggie on?
I think it was Reggie. Loved Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro is great.
Pedro's
Obviously,
so
Mary and
Oh my gosh.
can't think of her name again.
They're like, Mom, Dad, we got to tell you all something. And they all shout, we're superheroes. And Pedro goes, I'm gay. And we're like, hey, dude, we all knew.
So it really was like, oh yeah, buddy, we know.
Yeah.
It's just so sweet.
I
Honestly,
thought it
I love
was.
that. I
Me
really
too.
love that part. Like, it was great. It was great. And honestly, in a post Black Adam world, it was nice to be like with these characters and it not be so
Doom and gloom.
well. I mean, just that they weren't trying. They knew their place and they thrived in their place. It was a big fish in a small pond situation, and they did well.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and The Rock, should have been in Shazam. I mean, think about how funny The Rock could have been.
Oh, yeah. And also just hearing, all of them talking like little kids.
Yeah.
To Black Adam. Like,
yeah.
You're one of us, I wonder which part of Shazam you are.
And you're like, God damn it, children. I fucking hate this.
They gave powers to you?
You dirty little ingrates.
We already been through this. We had to tell these old women that we deserve these powers.
So, Maggie, all of that being said, is there anything else you would like to say before we dip out of the spoilers section?
I really liked how they did the age differences between the god sisters, the goddesses. I really like that. Helen Mirren being the older sister.
Yeah.
Lucy Liu in the middle, which makes sense for her to be the chaos god.
Yeah.
And then the third girl from...
Third Eye from the Sun.
No.
Whoa! Good Lord. I'm so sorry. It was an ad.
What was that movie she was in? Steven Spielberg did.
Oh, West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Sorry. I'll be honest.
I
was
just
not
like
paying
how they were all cast to be, older, middle, younger. I thought it's just Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren.
Yeah. I'm glad they didn't give that away.
Yeah.
Oh,
me
I
too.
mean, they may have.
They may
didn't
have
do it
in a
the
TV
trailers.
spot. I don't know. But
Not in the trailers we saw.
I really, and it was kind of nice seeing Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
She doesn't do a whole lot of stuff.
I thought it was great. Honestly, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought everybody did a great job.
Good job, everybody.
Good job, everybody.
Good job. We're back.
Spoilers over. That's right. So, spoilers are done.
Spoilers over.
And again, you should check it out. So, now we will get into our rankings. Our first ranking, let's go ahead and knock out the DCEU ranking.
Oh,
So,
boy.
This one is based more off of memory. Like, we didn't actually go through it and do this. I think the when we finally made this one was when we watched the Suicide Squad. Is when we made this list. Or maybe Peacemaker might have been when we made this list. But either way, we ranked these off memory, whereas the MCU we actually watched and ranked as we were watching them. So this could change. Or, well, I guess Black Adam, we also had done it for that. Anyway, so currently our ranking, number 13, Wonder Woman 84. Number 12, Justice League. Number 11, Suicide Squad. Number 10, Wonder Woman. Number 9, Aquaman. Number 8, Black Adam. Number 7, Shazam. Number 6, Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Number 5, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Number 4, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Number 3, Peacemaker. Number 2, The Suicide Squad. And number 1, Man of Steel. Maggie, where are you feeling Shazam, Fury of the Gods? I think the first question I have, and I'm honestly, this is where I'm starting from. Do you think it was better or worse than the first one? Because that's when I can't really... Like, I have to answer that before I can really move on from that.
Just me. I think it's better than the first one.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I know the first one is all about Billy and him figuring out what a family is, and
this one almost felt more universal.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd give you that.
And everybody else is more involved.
Yeah. First one was almost a little too goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in a good way.
It had to be. Yeah. It had to be because, of course, it's what they would do when they got superpowers.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, Freddie following him along, and didn't he video most of it?
Yeah.
He's like, let's see if you
flossing
can.
and shit.
Yeah, he's like, let's see if you can fly.
Yeah, and like he goes and gets beer. God, which I mean is great, honestly.
It's hilarious.
So yeah, but I'm with you. I think I'd probably say it was better than the first one. So answering that, do you think it was better than Birds of Prey? And like better is such an odd word. Because, like, I would say I enjoyed this more than Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily ready to say, like, it's a better made film than Birds of Prey.
No. Like, of course, I remember Harley Quinn from it.
Yeah.
Because it's Harley Quinn's movie, basically.
Yeah. They just named it Birds of Prey.
Yeah. Well, they had to because of everybody else that gets included. And
Wow.
oh gosh, I just remembered like the fight scene where
she's on cocaine.
well, that and where they're all together.
Yeah, Huntress and
all of them are together wherever Ewan McGregor's lair was at.
I think it was at a circus, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
like
think
an old theme park or something.
Yeah, and they all fought together.
Yeah. Ramona Flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I really liked that. That's hard.
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to say
It's a pretty movie.
I'm willing to say it's below Birds of Prey, above Shazam. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I definitely think we'd top out before Zack Snyder's Justice. I feel like Zack Snyder's is definitely above this.
Yes.
So I mean, I think under Birds of Prey is fine.
I'm fine with that.
All right. So shall it be? So shall it be done? As it is here. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I usually finish that, but no, I will not finish it.
We're good. They got it. All right. So your new number 7. Current ranking now. Number 1, Man of Steel. Number 2, The Suicide Squad. Number 3, Peacemaker. Number 4, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Number 5, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Number 6, Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Number 7, Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Number 8, Shazam. Number 9, Black Adam. Number 10, Aquaman. Number 11, Wonder Woman. Number 12, Suicide Squad. Number 13, Justice League. And number 14, Wonder Woman 84. R.I.P. All right. Now we'll add it to our spring ranking. Current ranking for spring so far. And at number 7, Your Place or Mine. Number 6, 65. Number 5, Quantum Mania. Number 4, Knock at the Cabin. Number 3, Scream 6. Number 2, Creed 3. And number 1, of course, The Last of Us. Maggie, where are you feeling Shazam: Fury of the Gods? I think we already kind of said we'd put it above Quantum Mania.
Yeah.
Would you put it above Knock at the Cabin?
No.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things, like, I had a lot of fun with this movie.
Yeah.
But like it's like comparing like a chocolate ice cream cone to like a steak dinner. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah,
one's more hearty.
I enjoyed the ice cream cone. You know,
course.
it was sweet and it was great. And it was gone, and I was not any fuller after eating it. You know, whereas the steak was like delicious,
yummy,
and filling. But it's just totally different. Like, which one made me happier in the moment? I don't know. Probably the ice cream, but that doesn't mean it was better, you know? I'm down with that.
I'm sorry.
So below Knock at the Cabin. Shazam 2. All right. Your current ranking. Number 1, The Last of Us. Number 2, Creed 3. Number 3, Scream 6. Number 4, Knock at the Cabin. Number 5, Shazam 2. Number 6, Quantum Mania. Number 7, 65. And at number 8, Your Place or Mine. Ladies and gentlemen,
Booyah.
That is our show. We did it, everybody. Let's get into the things. Here we go. There it is. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for us today, everyone. We went not too much longer than what we normally try to. But remember, this is the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I talk about all of this week's fantastic awesomeness. If you would like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, where you can not only support the channel, but also get exclusive content, such as our monthly movie commentary we just released, where we talked about Little Giants.
Yeah.
So go check that out.
Giants.
We also
Giants.
have hopefully
help us, God.
We also have Hopefully Awesome Weekly, our weekly personal catch up that we do. And Family Game Night is also on there. Remember, we will be back tomorrow live again at 8:30 with Going Back to Beast Wars, and Wednesday with Going Back to Smallville. We are doing a Season 2 review this week. And we'll be touching on our Smallville Season 2 tournament bracket. We gotta get everybody
Keep
caught up on that.
voting.
And of course, we'll be back again next Monday at 8:30 with the Hopefully Awesome Show. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye.